So picture this, you are a girl named P and you got a chainsaw. Your job today is to show up to an absolutely massive crumbling megastructure, killing every machine inside, clock out, and simple, routine, easy enough, right? Yeah, not really. This is MotorSlice, a brand new indie action adventure from Regular Studio, a two-brother team out of, I want to say, somewhere with a lot of ambition and a very small headcount, published by Top Hat Studios, dropping on May 5th, which was yesterday, on PC, PS5, and Xbox Series X. And look, I went in not knowing what to expect, and I came out the other side genuinely very impressed on how this turned out. Let's talk about it. So the pitch on paper is parkour meets boss climbing meets chill slice of life vibe, all wrapped in a brutalist post-apocalyptic megastructure that feels like if Mirror's Edge and Prince of Persia just fused together and showed up in this liminal space parking garage. But here's what actually hooked me. And I don't say this lightly. This game gave me that serious Shadow Colossus energy, like the same feeling of being this small, scrappy human staring up at something absolutely enormous and thinking, okay, I'm gonna have to climb that, except instead of a sword, you got a chainsaw blade. And instead of an ancient stone giants, I'm dealing with immense sentient killer robots, construction equipment gone completely feral, dump trucks, excavators, things that should be building roads are instead trying to flatten me. The scale of those bosses is genuinely something. You're not just fighting these machines, you're scaling them, finding their weak points, slicing them apart piece by piece until they come crashing down. It scratches that exact same itch as Shadow Colossus, just with way more industrial metal and an amazing soundtrack banging in the background. Now let's start with the good stuff about this game. P can run, wall run, slide, crouch, vault, and perform stunts, and it all flows. The parkour isn't just traversal, it bleeds into the combat. You're using your momentum to close the distance, dodge, and reposition. The chainsaw isn't just a weapon either. You can use it to cross impossible gaps, latch, swing, and it feels good in your hands. Now to point this out there, you can die easily, but you can kill easily. That's literally in the description, and it's 100% accurate. This game that respects your time enough to make you lethal but disrespects your ego just enough to keep you honest. One mistake cost you. It kept me on the edge in the way that felt rewarding rather than punishing. Very fair, very tight. Regular Studio built something genuinely unsettling here. The megastructure isn't just a backdrop, it breathes. Liminal corridors that go on forever, sections where your chainsaw is useless and you're just sprinting through the dark hoping nothing catches you. Alright, let's keep it real here. There are some flip sides to all the good stuff, which is worth noting. The game leans hard into minimalism, which is mostly a strength, but if you're someone who wants a lot of story context or lore depth in front, you might feel like you're getting dropped into the deep end. The narrative unfolds slow and quiet, which I personally like, but I could see some players bouncing off that early. The combat's difficulty spikes can also catch you off guard. The you die fast system is great once you're in the groove, but learning the curve in the first chunk of the game is a bit steep. There's no hand holding, which is fine, but a bit more ways to point out the enemy's patterns, especially on smaller machines, would smooth the ramp out without losing the edge. None of this breaks the game. These are just rough edges on something that clearly has a strong creative core to it. Now, I'm pretty sure this is where everybody's asking, where does MotorSlice land on the indie voice scale? This is definitely a hidden gem right here. Regular Studio, two brothers, built something here that punches well above its weight class. It's tight movement, stunning atmosphere, boss fights that make you feel small in the best possible way, and the lead character with more personality in her tired shrug than most protagonists have in their full arc. It's not perfect, but it's distinct. It's got a real voice, and the market flooded with games that all kind of sound the same. That matters a lot. If you're into atmospheric action games, boss climbing, parkour, or just been chasing that Shadow Colossus feeling for years, put MotorSlice on your radar. It is available now on Steam, so link is in the description. You want to check it out. Thank you for watching this review. This is Indie Voice, and I'll see you in the next one.